Our new models are as much a nod to the past as they are to the future, to tradition as they are to innovation. This is how Marc Hayek, president and CEO of Blancpain, defines the brand that he holds so dear. Right from the first pieces created in the 18th century to the precious timepieces produced today, the brand has been built over time as a true tradition of innovation. At Baselworld, the latest generation timepieces were there to prove it. We begin with the introduction this year of a new complication in the Villeret collection, a day of the week retrograde. Presented on the Villeret Grande Date Jour retrograde, this complication is completed by a big date double window between the 5 and 6. It reaffirms Blancpain's attachment to traditional values of watchmaking, proven with its double apple bezel and hollow sage leaf hands. A model with a sober aesthetic and sleek case where there's no correction push button. A corrector system under the case allows you to set the day of the week indicator, the adjustment of the date being affected by the crown. At the back you can admire the Geneva stripes decor of the movement and the honeycomb motifs of the oscillating gold mass. With a 40mm diameter, the model is offered in red gold or steel, dressed in a leather or metal bracelet. Another innovation is the 50 fathoms Grande Date. Normally we find the date between the 4 and the 5, but here for the first time in the collection, Blancpain chose to introduce a double window Grande Date at the 6. With a diameter of 45mm, the satin titanium has a unidirectional turning bezel, a historical attribute of the collection. 3 drums mounted in series offer the model a power reserve of 5 days. The use of a silicium spiral that's insensitive to magnetic fields lets you admire the movement. Super luminova to reinforce the readability, a sailcloth strap or a NATO bracelet for the finishing touch. We stay in the same family with the 50 fathoms Bathyscaphe Day Date 70s. During the 70s, Blancpain created a selection of diving watches that broke away from the usual aesthetic codes of the Bathyscaphe model. These pieces are characterized by the rectangular hands and the use of Arab numerals to mark 5-minute intervals. The Swiss brand is today inspired by this atypical architecture to create the 50 fathoms Bathyscaphe Day Date 70s. It keeps the same day of the week and the date at the 3. In the image of its vintage models, a subtle gradient of grey covers the dial. Its 43mm satin steel case has a unidirectional bezel with a ceramic insert and a liquid metal index. 4 bracelet varieties are available for this edition that is limited to 500 copies. Finally, we spotlight this absolutely sublime piece, a Villeret Tourbillon Volant Heure Sautante Minute retrograde. No other Blancpain wristwatch had a jumping hour or minute retrograde. The combination of these two complications in this tourbillon piece is a great first. Blancpain chose to regroup them on the dial and position the hour window on the minute retrograde counter. In the workshops of Métiers d'Art de Brassus, the manufacturer put its technical expertise to the service of aesthetics to create an enamel grand feu dial according to the traditional Champlevé technique. The final touch to the dial is made by applying diamond-polished gold rings around the hours window as well as the tourbillon porthole. The minute counter is placed on the dial, creating an intriguing depth effect. At the back, the bridges are adorned with a hand-guillocheted pattern. The power reserve is indicated with the help of a disc, it too guillocheted, not forgetting the famous Blancpain wheel rim design on the ratchet. The new Villeret Tourbillon Volant Heure Sautante Minute retrograde model is proposed in a red gold 42mm case with a double apple bezel. A platinum edition, limited and numbered to 50 pieces, is also available.